What's up, Masterminds Podcast? It is Pamela here, one of your co-hosts here in Masterminds Podcast, where we help bridge the gap between financial freedom and creatives. Right, the reason why we decided to start this podcast is because Brian and I are both artists. He's a musician, he's a multidisciplinary artist in reality, and same with me, but I identify more as a painter. I do like making installation work, and I also, do mentorship. I have many facets. I have different purposes, and that's the same thing with Brian. And we decided, how can we take our two minds together, take everything that we've learned in terms of personal development, in terms of artistry, in terms of trading, in terms of financial education, and put it all together to help you guys, grow into the most alpha version of yourself, to help you, to uplift you. And here I am today on one of our first episodes on our, YouTube. And what I really want to speak today about is the P.O.O.R mindset, right? And I'm not talking about, money, having money and not having money. I'm talking about, what does having a P.O.O.R mindset mean? The acronym of P.O.O.R stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. So that's what it means to have a P.O.O.R mindset. Because when opportunities come our way and we start making excuses of, I don't have the time for that, or that's too expensive, or I can't afford that, or that's not going to work for me, or whatever else excuse that comes up in your mind as to why you can't take the leap of faith, as to why you can't invest into yourself, as to why you can't walk through the door through new opportunities, whatever excuses come up in your mind, having a P.O.O.R mindset is when you listen to that voice, when you listen and you self-sabotage yourself from, getting into the next chapter of your life, right? If you are someone that is feeling stuck in any sort of way, whether that is financially, mentally, spiritually, and you are asking God for guidance, you are asking the universe for some change, and a person comes along your path and says, hey, I have this opportunity, this could potentially help you in this the way and that, and you say, and all of the negative voices in your head telling you, yeah, I don't have the time for that, I don't have the money for that, and you listen to that, you're saying no to a blessing. You're saying no to a potential blessing. Now, that's not to say that every opportunity that comes your way you should take or that will work for you, but you should at least give some things a thought, and you should at least give some things a shot, right? The worst that you can lose is probably a couple of money in investments, but at the end of the day, time is more valuable than money, right? Yes, we need money to live, to survive, to eat, to house ourselves, to take care of ourselves and our family and the people around us. But if we're constantly stuck in the race of exchanging our time for money, and when an opportunity comes our way that does involve us to invest into skill sets, into ourselves, right, into our health, and we say, no, I don't have the money for that, but I have the time to live in a circle for the next 20 years, you have to really ask yourself, okay, what am I exchanging, right? Am I okay with exchanging all my time for a little bit of money, or am I okay with spending some money to, in return, develop myself, where I could possibly start using my time better? And so the exercise that I want to give you guys here today is, the next time something comes up in your life, I want you to ask yourself, am I passing over opportunities repeatedly and then saying that I'm stuck? Am I not allowing help to come into my life, right? Am I not allowing myself to invest into myself, right? Do I want everything to be free instead of me actually making the investment to better myself, like going to the gym or spending money on those weights so you can at least work out at home, right? Or spending on an educational course that can either help you in leadership, spirituality, or in a digital skill set, right? Whatever it is, you have to ask yourself the next time an opportunity comes to you, which mindset am I in, right? Am I in the P.O.O.R mindset, or am I in the abundant mindset? Because if you are in the abundant mindset, even if the opportunity doesn't work, you did not waste time and you did not waste money, because you gained experience and you gained a perspective of what you do not want. At least you won't have the voice in your head of a regret, or, oh, I wish I did that when I had the chance, right? Don't ever, that's one of the models that I love to live in, right? I don't want to live in regret. I want to live in that abundant state, right? If something doesn't work for me, it's okay. I'm going to move on to the next thing, and I'm going to see, okay, what mistakes did I learn along the way? Now I'm starting from a foundation. Really about shifting your paradigm and also realizing that you are worthy for, abundance, that you are worthy to invest into yourself, that you are worthy to have more time to do the things that you value and love, right? That you are worthy to spend your time like an asset and not like a liability. And so with that said, thank you so much. Make sure that you comment below what was your biggest takeaway. Make sure that you send this video to someone that needs to hear this message. A few years ago, I used to do YouTube videos called Healing with Pam. That was a 5-minute daily message. And I really appreciate Brian, my co-host on this podcast, to go ahead and urge me to start making these videos for Mastermind Podcast. I really love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys on our IG Live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where Brian and I go live and we speak about the different subjects that can bridge the gap between the creative and financial freedom and abundance. So much love to you guys.